What's going on, guys? Berserker here, and we are back for some more FTB. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so last time we didn't get to doing anything with the magma crucible or the liquid transposer, but that is what we're going to be doing today. So, let me explain some of the things we're going to be making. The first thing we're going to be making is these redstone energy conduits. If you guys remember, I said that it's super inefficient to be using like these wooden conductive pipes and these gold conductive pipes, just because they're inefficient with these magma crucible or magmatic engines. There we go. So yeah, we're going to be making some of these guys today. They look pretty complicated, but they're actually not too bad. So we need some of this electrum ingots and this hardened glass. Okay, so I believe we have some hardened glass in the house. Let's check on that. I don't get, oops, not bones. We want to get the hardened glass. Okay, cool. So, of course it's raining. Of course it's raining. Okay, I want to turn the sound down just a bit because the rain was kind of loud last episode. My bad for that. Okay, so in order to make this energy conduit empty, we need electrum ingots. Huh, okay. How do we get electrum ingots? Well, we need electrum blend. And we get electrum blend from silver and gold. So I already went ahead and pulverized some gold and some silver. Cool. 36. That might not be enough, but you know what? We're going to go with that for now. So, let's pop over here and toss this guy. Let's go like this. There we go. Cool. Induction furnace. So, if you guys remember last time I said it's by leaving your induction furnace completely heated, it uses a bit of power. I kind of just, I don't care. I'm going to use that little bit of power to keep this guy heated just so I can, smelt stuff just as quick as that. So, it's personal preference, obviously. If you have enough power, you can, leave it on all you want. But if you have insufficient power and you're losing a lot more than you're gaining, then you probably should, turn it off. But, yeah. Okay, so, well, let's go over here and see how many we need. So let's see here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, so there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, let's see here. How many do we make at a time? We make 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. Let's just make 16 of them. Okay, so we got 16 of these energy conduits. Well, seeing how they're empty, they don't do anything. Well, this is where the liquid tesseract and the magma crucible come in. So if we come over here to this redstone energy conduit, we need molten redstone. Okay, well that's kind of weird. How do we get molten redstone? Well, we actually had to put redstone into the magma crucible and it, makes it molten. So that's what we're going to do. Now, there is an easier way I've already concocted on doing this, but I kind of want to do this a little bit differently. So we need to make ourselves a tank. And we need to make this guy a portable tank. Okay, so 4 hardened glass and a piece of tin. That shouldn't be too bad. I think we can pull that off. Piece of tin. So we are probably going to need some more hardened glass. Oh, that is not tin. This is tin. Okay, portable tank. Well, let's look up how we make hardened glass, because this way we can start making this stuff while we wait. So 1 piece of lead and 2 pulverized obsidian. Well, I believe while I was off screen a while back, I went ahead and pulverized some obsidian. Fantastic. So now we need 10 pieces of lead. Cool. And let's go make some more hardened glass. I can't speak English today. That's fantastic. Glitchiness. Glitchy zombie skulls that make me fall into the ground. It's fine. Okay, so in order to make the hardened glass, I believe we made these on screen, is we just put 10 ingots in there, 10 lead ingots, and 10 pulverized obsidian. And we'll just let this guy go. So let's pop on 2 of these guys. That should hopefully be enough power. Okay, so Let's see here. So we've got these energy conduits that are empty. Let's get ourselves some redstone. Okay. Well, let's see. I don't know the exact amount of redstone we're going to need. Just a second. Okay, so I still have the wiki pulled up on these magma crucible. In order, the MJ requirement to make molten redstone is about 1200 MJ. Okay, well it makes about, it looks like 25, I want to say buckets worth? That could be wrong, but, oh wow, is that already done? Oh, okay. So it uses 2 obsidian per, okay. That was my bad. You know what, let's go get some more obsidian. Let's make a bunch of this hardened glass because it's good stuff. It is good stuff. And we've got plenty of obsidian. Now, obviously, we're not going to turn all of this into... Whoa, that was weird. What just went in there? Where did a piece of obsidian appear from? Wild obsidian has appeared from the grass. Okay. We'll pulverize that. And okay, so we need molten redstone. Well, the reason I wanted a portable tank is for this reason. So... for those of you that have been watching this thermal expansion, what I've been doing with it, this guy has a configuration setup. So if, let's say, this machine right here, this is a perfect example. I could, if I wanted to, if I were to flip this guy to orange, everything in this area and this area would be pulled over here to the powered furnace like it just was. Because they're connected. Essentially, this is like a piping system from this machine to this machine. So, I technically could pipe the fuel or the red magma or the molten redstone from this tank and put it over in here. But I kind of want to just do, you know, play with a little bit of add some other features to it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be placing this portable tank on top of the magma crucible. So now, everything, like all the molten redstone, is going to go into here, but it's also going to be ported into this portable tank. So then I'm just going to move the tank over onto this machine, and then we can use it from there. I think that's a fairly good plan. It's super inefficient. Like, I don't have to do this. I can just put it over here. But essentially what this can do, seeing as how there's several different things I can use the Magma Crucible for, and we're also probably going to be making that, if not this episode, then in a future episode. But this way I can, you know, if I need more like energy conduits, I can just have a full like portable tank with molten redstone, and you know I can just pop it on here and get some more energy conduits. So that's kind of the way I'm going to do this. Yeah. So let's pop this guy back on. Let these last little bits of obsidian go. Let's just power all of them on. Okay. So these things do use a bit of lava, but hopefully everything is flowing. Oh, everything's not flowing. Why isn't everything flowing? Oh, see, I accidentally flipped the switch off when I was covering this. Okay. So make sure you leave that switch on. So that was my bad. And this guy's not putting everything over because I took away the switch entirely. Okay, well that was my bad. I believe I have extra levers around. And let's get ourselves some cobblestone. Okay, so yeah, sorry about the rain. It's honestly, I think it's from me doing too much Thaumcraft. But hopefully I can, you know, fix the environment in the future. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so this guy is all maxed out on lava. These guys should be good to go. And let's pop this in there. Okay. So, as I was saying, portable tank, molten redstone. Let's just pop some redstone in here. So, let's just put one redstone and see how much lava we get. Okay, so it says 0, but I think it went into the tank. So let's just pop a couple more pieces in. So this is going to come out to what, 5 pieces? Okay, so let's just pop, let's just do the whole stack. Why not? We need a lot of molten redstone anyway, so okay. See, as you can see, it's not showing up in here. It's not showing up in here. Oh, but look! As soon as we get a bucket's worth of lava or molten redstone, it appears in this in this portable tank. Very, very cool. So as you can see, it'll just keep piling into this portable tank. And then once we have enough, we can actually use it in the liquid transposer. Very neat. I like it. Okay. Probably should turn these... Oh, actually, you know what? We actually need to leave. I don't like this the way this is working. Let's go like that. We need to leave a couple of these guys on, seeing how we're actually using these machines. Are we getting enough power? We're not. That's weird. Is it just the distance? No, it's getting power. I think the reason we need to switch these over is because, like I said, they're super inefficient. So we're actually, I think we lose power the more pipes they have to go through. So essentially, this guy is losing probably a sufficient amount of power for the power to get there. So we probably actually need all 4 of these guys on to get enough power to this machine. Okay, well. Look at all that lava. That's cool. That is very, very cool. Okay, so I think I'm gonna let this redstone melt down into molten redstone, and then we should hopefully have enough to make some energy conduits. So yeah, as soon as this is done, we'll pop back and we'll make some energy conduits. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, we finished making all... Oh, my God. We finished making all of the molten redstone, and it is all in here. So, the way we need to move this guy is with a crescent hammer. Okay. So, oh, you know what? I think I just did. Okay, so I didn't know he had that feature. So, shift, right-click, picks it up. And as you can see, we can actually hover over it. Liquid molten redstone, level 1600 of 8,000. So it can actually hold 8 buckets worth of a liquid. So water, lava, molten redstone, and something else. Okay, so as you can see, we're actually building up power right now, and I don't want to be doing that. So let's just pop this guy right here. So as you can see, he's not depositing anything. Well, if you actually just right-click, not shift right-click, the tank, he actually deposits everything into the machine. Very, very cool. So it's kind of like the ender tank out there. So let's see here. We have some redstone. Now we just pop this guy in here. Okay. So where's our energy? Oh, okay. So he was invisible. That was weird. So there's one energy conduit, and he used 50 redstone. Molten redstone. So let's just pop a couple of these guys in here. That is not too bad. 50 per energy conduit. I think that is a very fair ratio. So as you can see, we have 800 left over. So we can actually turn these machines off, so we don't have energy buildup like that. Yeah. Redstone energy conduits. Very, very cool. So now we can actually shift right click this guy, pick him back up, and put him back on here. Cool. So, like I said, oh, you know what? Look, we actually left the molten redstone in there. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, let's pop this guy back on here as well. I think I wanted him facing this direction. There we go. Okay, so we can actually pop this guy back on, and if you guys remember, he should pick up the lava. Or does he... Oh, okay, so actually I think we need to go like this, and like that? Oh, maybe we can't pick it back up after it's in the liquid transposer. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm an idiot. That's all. So, okay, so this little feature right here. What we could do is this is the essentially we're pulling liquid out of this section, so liquid that's already in the liquid transposer, and we're putting it into an item. If we go like this, we can actually take out liquid from an item. So let's say there was a water bucket in here. We can actually put the water bucket here. It would pull the liquid out and put it into the its little storage unit, or into this guy. So just keep that in mind if you want to pull liquid from the internal storage or this tank right here and put it into an item, or we can take the liquid out of an item and put it into the internal buffer. But what I did is in the configuration, there's the blue one, which essentially uses the liquid that's in the machine. So that's what we did. We put it into the machine. The red is essentially if we wanted to put like a red on this guy right here, we can actually like put a chest right here, and it would pull out the item and put it in the chest like we have with this guy, where when the item gets smelted, it pulls it up and puts it into the chest, which we could do, but I don't really need to right now. And then we have the yellow guy, which when he is put in the yellow, he actually, I believe, pushes the lava out. So like we were able to actually use the tank's like internal storage. We were able to access it, and then we were thus allowed to pull from the internal tank. Cool. So like I said, oh, we don't want to do that. Whoops. Actually, want to put this guy back on blue, and we want to shift right click and put him back there. So, I probably will have a couple different tanks, possibly. I know I'm going to have at least another one because there's another liquid that is different and we're going to be using, but it's not liquid redstone. So, you know what? I might actually, like, off screen after this video, I'm going to fill this guy up with, like, 8 buckets worth of liquid redstone, just so I never have to, make it again. So, very, very cool. So now we've got these redstone energy conduits. Cool. Let's break all of these guys and replace them with the redstone energy conduit. I think that sounds like a brilliant idea. Okay. Let's go this guy, this guy, this guy. So pretty much, we probably won't ever use these guys again, because now we can just use redstone energy conduits. I'm pretty sure these guys support all types of power. Don't hold me to that, though. Okay, so, boom. Cool. Okay, so if you guys, this is from the same mod that uses, I believe they're both actually thermal expansion, but it's the same mod that has these liquid conduits. So if you guys remember, we actually need the yellow guy, I believe it's the blue guy in there, to turn and make like an arrow. Okay. So that's like a major thing with this kind of like these pipings is like the arrow. So as you can see, the arrow, you can kind of see it. It's like the little red guy right here. He's pointing upwards. Well, that means that the power is flowing up into these machines. Well, we actually want the machines to pump power downwards and over here. So we need to change these guys, which I believe, yep, we just hit with the crescent wrench. So as you can see, the arrow has officially switched. It is no longer pointing up like this guy. And he's now officially pointing downwards like this guy. So let's just do that with this guy and this guy. That could be a problem because now he's pulling a power from this machine. And these guys are full block, aren't they? Okay, well, we'll give this a try, and hopefully, we don't have any problems with the pulverizer powering-wise. But as you can see, the rest of them, we actually want blue because we want the power to go up into them, not pull from them. Okay. Let's get out our dirt. And let's give this a go. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's go get something to pulverize. And see if this works. So, we can pulverize monazite. Or, monazite. And let's put this guy in here. So let's power these guys on. Power 2 of them. And these guys will build, I believe, an internal buffer, but then won't pump out any more power. So these guys, I don't believe, will explode. So let's see here. Let's pop in the monocytes. So as you can see, we're actually keeping our energy, which is nice. And we are keeping it faster than we could actually output. So as you can see, we're using a bunch of energy. And it's being pumped into the powered furnace, which, you know, I don't want, but it's fine. It's fine for now. Okay, so as you can see, we lost some energy. It's, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, it just pumps in power, but it has less loss on it than these pipes right here, these golden conductive pipes. So, very, very cool. So now all we have to do is pop this guy off, and there we go. Neat. Very, very neat. Actually, you know what? He wasn't even fully recharged. There we go. Very, very, very cool. So, that is a very, I think, handy thing to know. And these things, like I said, are a lot more, they have less power loss, so definitely, definitely worth it. But, yeah, I think you guys should definitely, you know, if you don't have energy conduits yet, definitely get yourself some, because they're very, very cool. Okay, so, let's see here. Next, we need to, I want to make an item tesseract. Ooh, that sounds neat. So, for some odd reason, the turtle over in the mining world has stopped working. So let's go check this out. For whatever reason, I like left and came back, and my turtle like said he was exhausted or something. And I was like, oh, well, that stinks. So I guess like the sleep mode, or I don't know, I googled it, it said something about like the sleep mode was inactive or something, and it's probably just from running too long. And so my turtle is not doing any work over here. Well, I think we should fix that. And I have a way of, I think is going to work. So we're going to be, like I said, making some item tesseracts. And these guys are very, very cool. Nom 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 on some bread and some steak. Okay. So item tesseracts. Item tesseracts. How do we make an item tesseract? Let's pop all this stuff in here and just clean up the inventory a little bit. Item tesseracts. Okay. Item. Let's see here. Tesseract. Ooh. Oh, man. These things are complicated. So we need some silver, some tin, an unattuned tesseract, and a pneumatic servo. Okay, so that guy's actually not too complicated, but how do we get an unattuned tesseract? Well, we need a tesseract frame, and this is that other liquid I was talking about, molten ender. I bet you can't guess where that comes from. You know, ender pearls. So, molten ender. Okay, well, so we need a tesseract frame first. So, hardened glass, some tin, and a diamond. Ooh, man, these things are costly, but totally worth it. So, let's actually take a look here. Tesseract. So there's actually a few different tesseracts. This is obviously the tesseract frame, which we need to, you know, fill with molten ender. This is the unattuned, and essentially the unattuned is like, it's the one that allows us to choose between the three. So the way we craft the unattuned with like other items is what essentially makes it. So we can either make it an energy tesseract, a liquid tesseract, or an item tesseract. Today we're making the item tesseract. Essentially, they do what they say. So, let me, I guess, explain what a tesseract is. Essentially, it's similar to the ender tank, let's say. The liquid tesseract is actually pretty much the exact same. Essentially, it allows us, if we get two tesseracts, to transport liquid between the two of them. So essentially, we could replace the this ender tank with the liquid tesseract, and you know it would do the exact same thing. They are interdimensional, so you can use one in the nether and one in the overworld. but it also has a very, very cool GUI and some neat features, which I will show you once we get to the GUI. So this guy is neat, but in all honesty, the Liquid Tesseract is a lot cooler. And like I said, I'll show you why in a bit. But today we're making the item Tesseract. Essentially what it does is it transports items. So, very, very, very cool. What I need to do is, clean up the inventory a bit and get the items I'm going to need to make 2 of these item Tesseracts. And when we come back, I will have a bunch of ender pearls and another portable tank, and then we can start making some item Tesseracts. So, yeah, I will be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, so I believe I have everything we're going to need. So, let us go ahead and make this unattuned Tesseract. Well, we need the Tesseract frame first. So, let's shift-click and Tesseract frame. So, as you can see, 1 diamond, some hardened glass, and tin. If you didn't remember from last time, I said if you shift-click the question mark when you're looking at the recipe, if you have all of the items in your inventory, it'll actually pull all the items into the crafting square for you. Very cool. Tesseract frame. Neat. So, I think we should pop over and fill this guy with molten ender. Yeah, wait, is it called molten ender? Right? Molten ender, yes, okay. So, I went ahead and used a stack of iron. I used a stack of iron to make 16 ender pearls. These things are expensive. So, let's see here. I actually put my wrench away. My hammer, my crescent hammer. Okay. Oops. Pop this guy off. And let's pop on the new tank. So this is strictly a molten redstone tank. Okay. So then we'll just make this guy a molten ender tank. So we actually need to power this guy up a bit. Actually, we got the new power conduits, or the redstone redstone energy conduits, those things. So this guy should actually be getting power a lot more effectively than before. So let's see here. For some reason, actually, all of these are... Oh, yeah, because we broke it. That's right. So we actually only want this guy on, like that. Okay, so let's pop in some ender pearls. And actually, you know what? That probably wasn't entirely smart because we had to let the power build up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the power build, and I'm going to make these into molten ender, which is actually in the tank, but like I said, the render for the tank doesn't appear until there's a bucket's worth. So, yeah, I'll be right back as soon as this tank is full of ender gooiness, and when we come back, we will make ourselves item Tesseract. So I actually only made 1 Tesseract frame, and we need 2. So I'm going to actually make myself a second Tesseract frame. And then, yeah, so I will be back in just a few seconds. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, we're just finishing up the last ender pearl. This thing is a power-hungry little monster. I'm glad we made these magma crucibles. So before, like I said, if you didn't watch last episode, or magmatic engines, not magma crucibles. I keep calling them magma crucibles. These magmatic engines. Before, with the hobby steam engines, we were outputting 1.6 MJ. Now with these guys, we're putting out 4. Well, altogether, 4 times 4 is 16. We're putting out 16 MJ per, cycle. This monster over here uses 30 MJ. That is ridiculous. We're using more, obviously, we're using more power than, we're making. But seriously, this guy is power hungry. So, I just thought I'd point that out. You better make sure you have a very good supply of power because, like I said, we can make it. You could do it with hobby steam engines. It would just take a lot of coal and time. So, 30 MJ to use this guy. So, 16 ender pearls seems to be about a half a tank. So this guy can hold about 32 ender pearls worth. So 16 ender pearls is about, what, 4 buckets? 4 buckets worth? So, pretty good. Okay, so let's just grab this guy. Look at this guy. This guy is awesome looking. I love this molten ender stuff. It looks so neat. This redstone stuff, I mean, it's pretty cool, but the molten ender, oh, very, very cool. Okay, so let us see here. So, like I said before, we actually need to turn this guy to the input mode. So we just left or right click, and it inputs all of the redstone or the molten ender into the liquid transposer. Okay. And, oh, okay, so this guy actually only uses 4 MJ. I thought that said 40 for a second. I was like, so, now all we do is put the Tesseract frames into here. And as you can see, it's slowly putting molten ender into the Tesseract frame. Oh, so slow, but totally worth it. So, let's see here. We had 4,000. So we had 4 buckets worth. How much does a Tesseract use? Oh, it uses 1,000. Okay, so I was just about to freak out. I was like, where did my other Tesseract go? So it uses 1,000. It uses 1 bucket's worth, or 1,000 micro buckets. I don't know, MB. It uses 1,000 ender. So that's a pretty good thing to know. These things are pretty hefty on the ender juice, but I think very, very worth it. Now, let us go ahead and make these guys item tesseracts. Okay. So let's see here. Item tesseract. Well, we need this pneumatic servo. Okay, well, we should have everything we need. I was lying, apparently. What are we missing? Oh, is that iron? I think that might be just straight up normal iron. Okay. I thought it was tin. That was my bad. So now let's go back in here and... Actually, you know what? It wasn't iron. I'm just an idiot and I forgot to shift click, I think. There we go. So we actually need 2 of these guys, not 15. But, you know, 15 is a... maybe in the future we'll make 15. Let's see here. Then we also need... Actually, you know what? I think we have everything else we need. Item tesseract, and then we need to do it again. What are we missing? Silver... Oh, tin. We didn't have enough tin. Okay. And shift click, and there we go. Item tesseract. So, officially, we now have 2 item tesseracts. Very cool. Now, I'm going to need a chest. So let's make a chest really quick. Like this, and like so. Okay. Now let's head over to the mining world and use these item tesseracts. So these guys have a lot of uses, and this, honestly, is a really poor way to use the item tesseract. But you know what? We're doing this series for fun, and we're learning new things, and that's what I'm doing, at least. I honestly have never used item tesseracts before. I didn't even test these in my test world. I'm going off what I've watched in videos and stuff like that. So, you know what? Maybe we're doing it wrong, maybe we're not. But, you know, it's a learning experience for everyone. So, item tesseracts. Very poor way to use one, but I'm going to do it anyways. So, let us see here. We actually don't have enough jetpack fuel. Oh, that stinks. Let's actually pop back really quick and refuel our jetpack. Just so, you know, I can actually get back up my giant, you know, thingamabob. My giant quarry. Okay. Pop this guy off. Pop this guy in. So, as you can see, look, we use quite a bit of power. Well, not quite a bit, but we used some power today with the induction furnace, that thing. So as you can see, he's slowly draining. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's because we actually it's because we have the electric jetpack in there. But he should slowly, and I mean very slowly, regain his power. So as you can see, he's slowly using like 100 MJ, but we're definitely gaining more than we're using, which is good. So, yep. Okay, so let us officially now pop back into the mining world. Okay. So, essentially my problem right now is that, see, as you can see right here, we're actually going to pop down here. That's where my mining turtle stopped. Well, the only way that I could have him go back up there and drop off his items and use the whole, like, cool sort out the cobblestone thing, and then so this way we don't have a crap ton of cobblestone, is if we started him all the way back at the top. So he would have to rerun this entire quarry in order to get back to where he started. We don't want to do that. So the best way, I think, about going about and doing this is killing these slimes first off. Silly slimes. Ignore the obnoxious clicking of my mouse. It's insanely loud. Okay. So the best way I thought of going about doing this would be to place the turtle down here at this level and transport the items up there. Now, I could have done this with a... actually, you know what? I need him down one more. I need him on this level. Yeah. I could have went ahead, and that's not where I want him either. Poop. And, you know, had him run all the way down here. Or I could have, you know, run some, like, pipes down here, and I could have, like, piped him up. That would have worked as well. But I thought, let's try something different for once, and... well, not for once, but let's try something different and make this a little interesting. Okay, silly slimes, please leave me alone. So, let's get out the chest. Mr. Slimes, I hate you all, please go away. Audience hates you. The audience hates you. Go away, you're annoying and flappity flap flapping. Okay, so, let's place this guy right here. And now we can actually start the excavation program again. Now, one thing I have to do is I have to refill this guy. I'm going to have to do some calculations since we're on level 25. And it's a 64 by 64 by 60... well, actually, it'd be 64 by 64 by 25. So, you know, I'll do the math later. But that's how many buckets I'm going to need to put into this guy. And like I said, I'll do that off screen. But essentially, now, when he deposits items into here, we need the items that go in here up to go up there. Well, that's what the item tesseracts are for. So we'll just pop this guy right here. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how are the items going to get from the chest into the item tesseract with this super awesome GUI? Well, the cool thing about item tesseracts, actually the very cool thing, is that they are like self-pumping. They will actually automatically pump items from here into here, and then into the other item tesseract. Now, I probably could just put the item tesseract right there, and he would pump right into the item tesseract. But, you know, just in case, it actually would probably be faster if I pumped all the items into the chest and then the item tesseract pulls them. And that's what we're going to do. So, let us see here. Oh, man, this GUI looks confusing. Use these to quickly transport things across vast distances. Tune the interfrequency, determine links. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, Mr. Slime, you almost murdered me, man. That's not very cool. That is not cool at all. Man, these slimes are quite annoying. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get me some cobblestone just so I don't have to deal with these guys. Get away from me, you meanie bobies. Get out my cobblestone. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm trying to place a block, man. There we go. Okay. So now we don't have to deal with those meanie bobinis anymore. Okay, so... tutorial. The redstone control tab configures how this device reacts to redstone signals. So we could essentially, you know, have them only transport items if we, you know, have a redstone signal to them. It's kind of like the molten, or the magma crucibles. So, you know, he could completely ignore any and all redstone related signals. We can have it so he's always running unless he receives a redstone signal. Or we can have him off until he receives a redstone signal. So that's these three buttons right here. So we're just going to have him disabled and ignore all redstone signals. And now what we want to do, device, we want to choose a, let's select a number. We're going to have him set to device interactive 1. So this is frequency 1. Okay. Now we want to set the name. So we want to set this guy to a turtle. Okay. And now all we have to do is save the frequency. So now turtle is saved to frequency 1. And now we have to set it. So turtle is officially set to frequency 1. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, now if we come up here, and of course I will remove those cobblestone bits. I just, you know, I don't want to die from slimes, because that's pretty pitiful. I've died from them a couple times, I'm not going to lie. They're mean little suckers. They're mean little suckers. They gang you, when they, like, get around you with, like, 5 of them, and then you break them all into smaller bits, and they're all attacking you. They're mean. So, now, essentially, this, if you guys remember, this was the input chest right here. Now, all we have to do is go like so, and boom. And select turtle 1 and set the frequency. So now these guys are essentially connected to the same frequency, and any and all items that should go into that chest down there should go into this Tesseract, and then from the Tesseract go into this chest, and then, you know, sort itself. So let's give this a test. Let's pop in some, you know, actually, can we still open this guy? We can. Okay. So let's pop in some cobblestone. Okay. So I went ahead and forgot this. In this little guy right here, this configuration tab, there's some other buttons that we need to play with. So as you can see, this device access is public and can send or receive. Well, now if we like click it, it's owner only. So only I can see this item Tesseracts GUI. It's locked to me. This is especially good for servers. But seeing how, you know, I'm playing on a server essentially, but I'm playing single player, I don't really need to do this, so I can just make it public access. Now this guy over here, this red, or this orange and blue guy, you could change its options. So right now it's send or receive. Well, we want this guy strictly to send items, so we're just going to click it once, and now we're only sending items. Okay. Now let's pop back up here, and let's change this guy to receive only. So he can only receive items. So we don't want this guy sending any items because, you know, we don't want to send them up and then send them back down and then send them up and send them back down. So let us see here. Slow climb is slow. Okay. Now we want to set this guy to receive only. Okay, guys, I'm back. So after a little research, I thought, so essentially what happened was they can't, I don't think, can pull from a chest without it like being pumped in. So if I were to take the chest and pump into the Tesseract, that would work fine. But I can't just pull from the chest, essentially. I can pull from machines, but I can't, like, I can pull from thermal expansion machines because if I pump it out to one side where the Tesseract is, that would work just fine. So, I went ahead and did a test, and it worked. I'm sorry, I'm like I said, I'm learning with you guys, so, I can actually just, like I said, I could have just pumped it right into the Tesseract. Well, that's actually what I went ahead and did. And that seemed to work. So instead of like having the chest pump into the Tesseract, I'm pumping just straight into the Tesseract. So let's see here. The dirt is just merely for a test. So we can actually, you know, test it again. Just so I can show you guys. So let's go like this. Mr. Turtle. So we go like so. And let's just fill this inventory up with stuff. So a chest... I don't know, a piece of dirt. Actually, no, a dirt wouldn't go through. Cobblestone pipes. So we had 8 of these guys. Some wooden pipe. And, yeah. Okay. So now all we have to do is pop in a single piece of coal. This is, like I said, merely for testing. Refuel. Oh, what? Oh, he used the chest as fuel? Refuel. I really did not know he would use the chest as fuel. That's kind of weird. Okay, so then I guess we'll pop in a silver ingot. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, we have cobblestone pipes and wood transport pipes, a silver ingot. Now let's do excavate 5. Let's just say excavating. So he has no inventory room. As you can see, he's actually putting everything into the Tesseract. Well, as soon as this guy is done putting everything in, we don't actually need him running anymore. Like I said, that was merely for a test. So, we should hopefully have, you know, 8 transport pipes and wooden transport pipes. Ow. I thought I turned it back on. There we go. As you can see, 6 wooden transport pipes, 8 cobblestone transport pipes. So, everything teleported from that Tesseract to this Tesseract into this chest. From this chest, it got sorted between if it was cobblestone or dirt or gravel or something stupid. It went to the void pipe. And if it was something that it wasn't that, it went here. Very cool. So once again, I'm sorry. I thought it essentially would be an auto pump from a chest, but it's not. So, you know, if you want to pull something from a chest and teleport it across, so let's say you have a house and you want to move, and you want to move all your items. What I would do is I would put the chest down, put everything that you want to move over to the new house, so essentially go to the new house, build it, and then put down an item tesseract next to a chest. And then go back to your old house and pump items from that chest into the tesseract, and there you have it. As long as that tesseract is item or chunk loaded, both of them are chunk loaded. I mean, I guess if you're standing next to one, it's essentially chunk loaded. But as long as it's chunk loaded, it'll teleport items across there. So, you know, just have two chests. One at the old house, one at the new house. Pump items from the old house to the new house. That's what I would do. Like I said, this is why it saves me from, you know, having to put a chest down there and then have pipes run all the way up into this chest and then from this chest get sorted again. That's just a lot of work. So essentially, I'm teleporting items from down there that the turtle collects into this tesseract, putting them into the chest, and then into the chest, and into this diamond chest. So, once again, sorry for the goof up on not knowing that. I thought it was like an auto pipes, but essentially it doesn't auto pipe from the chest. Yeah. So, we're going to be playing with a lot more of these item tesseracts in the future. We also have the liquid and the energy tesseracts. I know I will be using the energy tesseracts. And, I have something else we need to use the magma crucible for next time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this episode was a little long. I think it's about a half hour right about now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating. Let me know if you learned something. Sorry, like I said again, for the goof up on the item tesseracts, but hopefully you did learn something about, you know, the configuration, this redstone control, essentially how to use the GUI interface. So, yeah. Yep, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Laters.